one of the email that we got earlier was that I was looking for that I couldn't find was that a woman met a guy. Before he met her, he played softball all the time and he drank. And she doesn't like the drinking, and he backed off the drinking every day except for softball games. Mm-hmm. And he wants her to go to the softball games, but she won't go because he drinks when he plays softball. And she's now asking us if we think it's inappropriate for her to ask him to quit drinking.
Yes, you're overstepping.
Yeah, you fucking knew what he was doing when you met him, and he's dialed it down to 1 day a week, and you're not even willing to put yourself out enough to go and watch his softball game for whatever your reason is.
That's selfishness.
Yeah.
That's someone putting themselves above their spouse or their significant other purely because what they're doing doesn't meet their interests.
Right.
You're in the wrong.
Yeah. I understand there being trauma and people having, sobriety issues and things of that nature.
You knew that getting into a relationship.
Right. But if I met you and you were like, I'm on a dart league and I go to the bar once a week and play darts and I drink and we do our thing. And I hate bars. I hate bars. But if you were like, season's coming, we're fucking top 4. I really want you to come and support me play darts. I would go.
Right.
I'd be miserable as fuck the whole time I'm there, but I would root you on and I would go home afterwards.
That's the compromise.
Right.
If I was doing a dart league, and I've been in that for 4 years, and we're working our way up and we're getting good, I am not going to give up something I have dedicated myself to for the last 4 years just to make you feel comfortable.
Right.
You're stepping into my life.
Right. Right. People have to realize that there's the hobbies that you have before you meet somebody is something that should be nourished.
Yeah.
It keeps individuality. It keeps you
does.
guys together. It keeps, you know what I mean? And you can do hobbies together. Like if you are a bowler and I'm not into bowling and you convince me to finally go bowling and I enjoy it and I suck at it, but we still do it together. You get to practice and I get to fucking make an ass out of myself and we get to have fun and laugh at each other. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like there's a growth that happens there and an intimacy, and it could be a date night. Like I just don't understand why people are so adamant to just fucking make their partner change. Or
Trying to fill voids from
person.
childhood.
Right.
That's what it is. You're trying to fill voids from childhood. If it's not a void from a childhood, it's a void from a relationship that's fucked you up.
Yeah. Is that really what you think that is if somebody's trying to change the person they're with?
Oh, no, I mean just not wanting to be alone.
Oh, no, I'm talking about in that scenario.
In that scenario of trying to change someone who they're...
Yeah. And that lady that sent that email, if she doesn't want her boyfriend to drink and go play softball and doesn't want to be around him if he drinks and is trying to make him quit drinking.
Date someone who's sober.
Right. Find somebody. Yeah. You're not settling at that point. You're like, okay, this does not meet all of my needs. This is a hard limit for me. I'm not willing to do it. This just isn't going to work.
Right.
You figure that shit out way early on. You can't go, okay, he checks a whole bunch of boxes, but he drinks, and now I'm going to change this motherfucker, and he's not going to drink anymore.
Yeah.
Because what happens when that doesn't work out? Because in that email, dude flat out said no.
Good.
Like
Stand your
he's not
ground.
going to quit drinking. He's going to drink on Sundays or whatever and play softball once a week.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that's holding women to a standard that makes them realize you can't dictate everything in a man's life.
Yeah.
Just because you're a woman and you're my wife doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing the shit that I'm doing. Now, if he's an alcoholic, that's a different story. But in this scenario,
Right.
if she was fine with it for the last 3 years, you can't all of a sudden say, okay, now you need to stop doing it. I know you stopped drinking the other 6 days of the week.
Right.
You need to stop the 7th one. That's not good enough.
Yep. Yep. It's wild. All right. I got nothing else.
Okay.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.